Have you ever wondered why the Philippine Coast Guard is 100 times better than China's Navy? It's a question that might seem absurd at first glance. After all, isn't China's Navy one of the largest and most powerful in the world? And isn't the Philippine Coast Guard a relatively modest force? These are common misconceptions that many hold. But what if I told you that there's more to this story than meets the eye? What if I told you that the Philippine Coast Guard has demonstrated a level of prowess and strategic brilliance that far outshines its Chinese counterpart? Intriguing, isn't it? But how could this be possible, you might ask? What are the reasons behind the apparent superiority of the Philippine Coast Guard? Well, you're in for a treat. Stay tuned to find out the reasons behind this surprising truth. Oh, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing content. So, why does the Philippine Coast Guard outshine China's Navy? Keep watching until the end for the answer. Remember the recent incident in the West Philippine Sea where the Chinese ships were destroyed? Not just a simple maritime skirmish, this incident was a demonstration of the strategic brilliance of the Philippine Coast Guard. It was a day like any other in the disputed waters of the West Philippine Sea. The sun was high and the waves were calm, but beneath this tranquility, a high-stakes game of cat and mouse was about to unfold. The Philippine Coast Guard, a David against the Goliath that was the Chinese Navy, was about to show the world that size isn't everything. The Philippine Coast Guard, with their smaller but agile ships, were patrolling the waters. They were vastly outnumbered by the Chinese Navy, a behemoth force with their colossal ships. The stage was set, the players in place, but the script was about to take an unexpected turn. With strategic brilliance, the Philippine Coast Guard used their understanding of the local waters, their agility, and their speed to their advantage. They outmaneuvered the larger, slower Chinese ships, drawing them into a trap. The Chinese ships, unable to match the speed and maneuverability of the Philippine vessels, found themselves in a precarious position. And then, in a move that was as unexpected as it was brilliant, the Philippine Coast Guard launched a counterattack. The Chinese ships, caught off guard, were left to the mercy of the Philippine forces. When the smoke cleared, the Chinese ships were destroyed, and the Philippine Coast Guard stood victorious. This incident was a clear demonstration of how strategy, agility, and a deep understanding of the local environment can overcome sheer size and numbers. The Philippine Coast Guard, with their smaller but nimble ships and their brilliant strategies, managed to turn the tide against a larger, more powerful adversary. The incident was a clear example of how strategy triumphs over size. But is that the only reason for the Philippine Coast Guard's success? Or is there more to their strength than what meets the eye? Perhaps there's a secret ingredient to their success, a hidden trump card that gives them an edge? Keep watching. We're about to delve deeper into the strength of the Philippine Coast Guard and uncover the secret behind their success. Let's find out. So, what makes the Philippine Coast Guard so formidable? You might be wondering. Well, let's delve into their unique attributes and strengths that set them apart from other maritime forces. Firstly, let's talk about the rigorous training that each Coast Guard undergoes. It's not a walk in the park. It's more akin to climbing a steep, rocky mountain in the harshest of weathers. The training is designed to push their mental and physical limits, honing their instincts and resilience. It's a grueling process, but it ensures that only the strongest and the most dedicated individuals wear the proud emblem of the Philippine Coast Guard. But it's not just about physical strength. Mental fortitude is equally, if not more, important. The discipline instilled in the Philippine Coast Guard is second to none. This discipline is the cornerstone of their operations, ensuring that every decision made, every action taken is precise and effective. It's a discipline that demands respect, a discipline that sets the Philippine Coast Guard apart. And then, there's resilience. The Philippine Coast Guard isn't just battling the waves of the ocean, they're also battling against the currents of adversity. They operate in some of the most challenging maritime environments in the world. Typhoons, rogue waves, and dangerous sea creatures are just part of their everyday reality. And yet, they stand tall, they stand strong, always ready to face whatever comes their way. This resilience isn't just physical, it's woven into their very spirit. The Philippine Coast Guard isn't just a job, it's a calling. It's a commitment to protect their nation's waters, to safeguard their fellow citizens. It's this unwavering dedication, this indomitable spirit, that truly defines the strength of the Philippine Coast Guard. These attributes are just a part of what makes the Philippine Coast Guard a formidable force, but there's one more element that sets them apart. So what is this secret ingredient that makes the Philippine Coast Guard so unique? Well, you'll have to keep watching to find out. So what's the secret ingredient to their success? What makes the Philippine Coast Guard stand head and shoulders above China's Navy? It's not just about the physical assets or strategic tactics. It's something much more profound and, dare I say, heartwarming. The secret to their success lies in their unity, their dedication, and their love for their country. Unity, as they say, is strength. And this couldn't be more true for the Philippine Coast Guard. They stand together, a solid, unbreakable front against any adversary. Their unity is their shield, and their shield is impenetrable. But unity alone isn't enough. Dedication plays an equally significant role. Each member of the Coast Guard is committed to their mission, ready to give their all to protect their nation's seas. They train tirelessly, honing their skills and pushing their limits. Their dedication is their sword, and their sword is unyielding. And of course, we can't forget about love for their country, a deep, unwavering affection that fuels their resolve. It's this love that keeps them standing tall, even in the face of the most daunting challenges. Their patriotism is their banner, and their banner is proud and high. And there you have it. The reasons why the Philippine Coast Guard is 100x better than China's Navy. But wait, remember the question we asked at the beginning? Why does the Philippine Coast Guard outshine China's Navy? We've seen the West Philippine Sea incident showcasing the Coast Guard's strength and brilliance. We've understood their secret to success, their tactics, and the unyielding spirit that makes them formidable. Now the answer to our initial curiosity is clear. The Philippine Coast Guard is 100 times better than China's Navy because they are more than just a force. They are a symbol of resilience. Now you know why the Philippine Coast Guard is 100x better than China's Navy. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content and keep wondering. Catch you next time, superstar. Don't forget to hit that like and smash subscribe and tell your friends. See you in the next fun video. Bye!